Let me stop playing here. Hello, viewers. Mornings, another beautiful day. Yeah, hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. What? Alright. Listen to this. Report. Intel missed a golden opportunity to invest in OpenAI back in 2018. Intel was once the technology leader powering most of the computing that happened around the world. Its CPU-powered PC, enterprise servers, large data centers, and more. Additionally, it held the process leadership in chip manufacturing. Intel's struggles began around 2015-2016 when it faced delays in transitioning from its 14 nanometer node to 10 nanometer, which was supposed to be a major advancement. This delay allowed competitors like TSMC and Samsung to catch up and even surpass Intel in process technology. Following that major setback, Intel announced a significant delay in its 7 nanometer process in 2020, pushing it back by nearly 2 to 3 years. Due to these delays, Intel lost valuable customers like Apple, which started developing its own chips based on ARM architecture. Today, Reuters reports that OpenAI, one of the most valuable startup in the world, offered Intel a 15% stake in 2017-2018. During that time, OpenAI was a non-profit research organization working on AI. Intel and OpenAI discussed various investment options, including Intel buying a 15% stake for $1 billion in cash, and additional 15% stake if it made server hardware at cost for OpenAI. It says here, then Intel CEO Bob Swan rejected the deal because he believed that generative AI models would not become successful in the near future. Therefore, Intel would not be able to recoup its investment. According to a Reuters report, OpenAI was interested in the deal to reduce its reliance on NVIDIA GPUs and build its own infrastructure for AI research. Another reason the deal did not go through was that Intel data center unit was reluctant to make chip at the cost of OpenAI. Says here, this story of Intel and OpenAI serves as a stark reminder of missed opportunities and shifting tides in the tech industry. The exponential growth of generative AI, spearheaded by OpenAI, has dramatically transformed the demand of GPUs, catapulting NVIDIA to unprecedented heights. Had Intel seized the chance to invest in OpenAI, the trajectory of both companies might have been vastly different. The story highlights the need for big companies to stay adaptable, think ahead, and be open to new technologies, even if their future impact isn't clear right away. And that's the end of the article. So we got 4 comments here. Let's see what these commenters got to say here. Trek said this: Intel fell under the most incompetent CEO in history. Brian Ransnick. Microsoft fell under the most incompetent CEO in history. Steve Ballmer. Pat Gelsinger and Satya Nadella were both very good CEOs, but they were in too bad a situation to clear up debts, and they are still struggling today. And then Bad Bot said this: Intel fell under the. He just responded to Trek. He said this: Microsoft is struggling. They are in the top 5 of most profitable companies. Yeah, Windows and Game Pass, man. Got a good point. And then Thorm said this: I am more thinking that he thought it would negatively affect his bonus. That could be a good point too. And then Becker said this: would have been kind of awkward to have the Intel AI team using all AMD and Qualcomm CPU just because Intel NPUs 6. Alright. Well, Missed opportunities, man. I think Eminem said it one time. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Well, Intel did have a head start, you know. They really did. And you know, the thing about life, you have to be adaptable. You have to be you have to be adjustable, you know. You can't just think. You can't be stagnant with your thinking and think that, you know, this way always works over that way, you know. You have to be adjustable. And I mean, think of all the changes that happen in the tech world and missed opportunities, you know. I could give you a scenario like let's take Pixar for a minute. I'm gonna use Pixar just to show you what I'm talking about. Now, when Pixar was up in Richmond, California, before they got bought by Disney, how many of you invested about, say, how many of you bought, like, say, $5,000 worth of stocks in Pixar before they got bought by Disney? And how many of you let that $5,000 worth of stock just sit there and didn't even touch it? How many of you did that? A lot of people missed that opportunity, okay? So when Disney came around now and bought Pixar, those who bought the stocks early in Pixar, and then they waited for a big opportunity to happen, and then it did, they benefited from it a lot. A whole lot. So that $5,000 worth of stocks probably turned into like a couple millions, or a couple or even more, you know. Okay, look at look at social media. Facebook, Twitter. It's not gonna take off. Social media, nonsense. How many people missed that boat? Just saying. So Intel, they had a head start because they had a chance to be the CPU leader and the GPU leader in the tech industry back in the 286, 386, and 486 days. Let's say Intel would have taken their company and split it in two. Like, okay, one side does the CPU part, the other side does the GPU part. If they would have did that and then add AI on top of that, Intel would be in the trillions of dollars right now. Intel probably would have been the first $1 trillion company before Apple. Just saying. So they missed opportunities, you know. And then, you know, if they would have invested with OpenAI, then we would have never. We wouldn't be sitting here talking about Nvidia. But Nvidia now, they was seizing every opportunity they saw. They didn't. I don't think they missed one. Well, except for when they tried to. I think they were trying to buy ARMS, and they didn't get a lot of support and backing for it. And I think AMD went after them. They called them out for it, and then I think the FTC stopped the deal, something like that. But yeah, Intel missed an opportunity, man. Yeah, so missed opportunities, they sting and they hurt. So now, you know, Intel still has a role in this tech world, but they're not up there like they're not up there like in profits and stocks like they were supposed to be. Like, you know, they should have been the first $1 trillion company, you know. Intel and Microsoft, if you really look at it, even though Microsoft is a trillionaire company, Intel and Microsoft, you know, should have both been the first 2 trillionaire companies before Apple, you know. So yeah, missed opportunities hurt, man. So You have to be adjustable, adaptable, and you gotta be open. You gotta be open, for when new opportunities, come around, even if the idea didn't seem like much at the time, and just ride with the idea all the way out to see the full benefits of it, man. So yeah, they sting and they hurt, man. I'll give you another scenario too. Like yesterday, video cards that put out an article about AMD's new CPU. It was about a paragraph long, and then they were showing the prices, right? And then all I had to do was spend about 10 minutes and make a video out of it. Should have did it, but anyway, just showing you. So missed opportunities, man. They sting and they hurt, man. So in this tech world, man, when you missed out on an opportunity, they hurt. A 15% stake. That 15% stake could have transferred. It would have cost them $1 billion. What's $1 billion to Intel? Intel is a multi-billion-dollar corporation, but just 15% for $1 billion. Now multiply that by 6 years, as the growth of AI starts. They missed out on a lot of money, man. So yeah. And then you got Samsung now, and then TSMC. They caught up to you. Yeah, it stings, man. Yeah. And then you got Nvidia. They seized the opportunity, and now Nvidia is leading the GPU market as far as AIs goes. I think they're a $1 trillion company now. And then there was an article about, I think 2 weeks ago, said Nvidia is looking to make I think 50 trillion, somewhere around there. I think 50 or 40 trillion. And I was like, and I shake my head, yeah. Yeah, man, missed opportunities, they sting, man. So you have to, in the tech world, you got to seize it, seize it, man. Microsoft, they stayed consistent with Windows, They didn't sit on the same old Windows, They kept coming out with a new one with new features, just to stay ahead and to stay competitive, So yeah. And that's what Intel should have done, Yeah. So Microsoft was an operating system, but they were already into video games when they were making Microsoft Flight Simulator back in 95, 96. They were already into video games, But then, a group of their employees decide to make an Xbox, and then it took off from there. They saw the idea all the way through, and look at Xbox now. The video game industry runs through Microsoft because of Game Pass. And like I told people, whoever got the title, Game Pass runs the video game industry. So yeah. Yeah, man. Gotta capitalize on your opportunities, man. So yeah, I mean companies make mistakes, but then again, you have to look okay, at what cost, So yeah. And sometimes, some people that are at the top, that are at the top, so to speak, they have a chance to grow and do something big. But then, they remain kind of stagnant, They're not adjustable, they're not adaptable, so, they miss out on opportunities, So yeah. Look at, I can talk about Activision Blizzard, Kotick was looking like he wanted to retire, so Microsoft saw the opportunity and seized it, and it's working. Yeah, so yeah. So yeah, man, missed opportunities, they hurt, man, and it stings. And then Apple surpassed them, surpassed Intel. Yeah, in this world, man, you have to be adaptable, adjustable, you know, and you got to be able to see things all the way through, you know. Yeah, and that's how you avoid some of the pitfalls, you know, when you don't make moves, you know. You have to be making moves in this, not just in the tech world, but in the world as a whole, you know. You have to, you know, and go on from there. Yeah, man, a $1 million investment. I mean, a $1 billion investment at 15%. So from 2015, 2016, and then multiply the interest on top of that. Multiply the interest on top of that up to 2024 now. That's a lot of money Intel missed out on, man. That's a lot. Especially in AI, especially like being the world leader in, you know, in tech. Yeah. That stings and it hurts, boy. Yeah, just a measly $1 billion. You know, that's just pocket change. $1 billion for a tech company. That's just pocket change. That's something you just blow your nose with. $1 billion. Yeah, stings, man. So yeah, you know, I mean, look at Microsoft. When Facebook came out, I think Bill Gates he bought like a $1 million stock. I think he bought like a $1 million stock into Facebook, and Facebook took off. Yeah, but then again, what's that? I think it was Microsoft. Bill Gates said he missed out on a $400 billion Android investment. I think it was a $400 billion Android investment. So yeah, missed opportunities, man. You know, this was before Android got big as the way it is. He missed out on like a $400 billion investment, man. Yeah, missed opportunities hurt, man. So well, hope Intel learned their lessons about about this, and you know, keep pushing. But in this world, man, you know, in this system that we live in, you have to be adjustable, adaptable, you know, to new ideas, you know, that make sense, you know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy, though. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek fan, or Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.